Welcome to Neo Nexus. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. Today we're diving into the rise and spectacular fall of a program that aimed to reinvent a legend, the A-10 Thunderbolt II, affectionately known as the Warthog. For decades, the A-10 has been the undisputed king of close air support, famous for its ruggedness, its ability to take hits and keep flying, and of course the iconic GAU-8 Avenger cannon. This aircraft has been a symbol of American air power, providing crucial support to ground troops in some of the most hostile environments. The GAU-8 Avenger cannon, with its distinctive brrrr sound, has become legendary in its own right, capable of shredding through tanks and fortifications with ease. The A-10's design prioritizes survivability and firepower, making it a beloved asset among pilots and ground forces alike. When the Air Force announced the Black Snake Super A-10, hopes soared. This wasn't just an upgrade, it was a promise to merge the Warthog's brute force with cutting-edge technology, creating a next-generation aircraft that could dominate the battlefield. The vision was clear: enhance the A-10's already formidable capabilities with state-of-the-art avionics, advanced weapon systems, and improved survivability features. This ambitious project aimed to ensure that the Warthog could continue to serve effectively in modern combat scenarios. The Black Snake was envisioned as the ultimate ground attack platform, combining old-school resilience with next-gen lethality. It was designed to be a game-changer, capable of taking on the most challenging missions with unparalleled efficiency. Pilots and military experts believed this would secure the A-10's place on the battlefield for decades. The excitement was palpable, and the potential seemed limitless. But as we'll see, the path to a Super A-10 was far more treacherous than anyone expected. Technical challenges, budget constraints, and shifting military priorities all played a role in complicating the project. The legend was set for a rebirth, but reality had other plans. Join us as we explore the highs and lows of the Black Snake Super A-10 program and what it means for the future of close air support. The Air Force poured $3 billion into transforming the Warthog into the formidable Black Snake. This overhaul targeted every critical system: avionics, survivability, lethality, and performance. The plan included a glass cockpit, advanced sensors, and digital networking for pilots. Survivability upgrades meant new composite armor and electronic countermeasures to defeat modern missiles. The airframe was to be strengthened for more weapons, and new engines promised better performance and payload. The goal: a faster, deadlier, and more resilient A-10, ready for tomorrow's battlefields. On paper, the Super A-10 looked unstoppable, but the reality of merging old and new would prove far more complicated. Despite the investment, the Black Snake program unraveled quickly. Integrating modern digital systems into a 1970s airframe led to endless technical headaches, software crashes, sensor failures, and electronic interference. The new engines didn't fit without a costly redesign, and their added power created dangerous flight issues. Costs spiraled as each fix led to new problems, and the Pentagon lost patience. Most damning survivability tests showed the Super A-10 couldn't survive against modern air defenses. Its low, slow attack profile made it an easy target for advanced missiles. The verdict was clear: no amount of upgrades could make the Warthog viable in a high-end fight. The real reason for the Black Snake's failure wasn't just technical, it was strategic. Warfare has changed, and the very nature of the battlefield is almost unrecognizable compared to the era when the A-10 was first conceived. Decades ago, wars were fought in environments where air superiority could be achieved and maintained, and close air support was a game-changer. But today, the rules have shifted. The A-10 was built for close-in support, designed to fly low and slow over the battlefield, providing cover for ground troops. But modern battlefields are saturated with advanced, long-range air defenses, surface-to-air missiles and radar systems that can detect and destroy aircraft from hundreds of miles away. The skies are no longer safe for slow-moving attack planes. In a fight against peer adversaries, nations with cutting-edge technology and integrated air defense networks, the A-10's strengths have become its greatest vulnerabilities. Flying low and slow, once an advantage, now makes it an easy target for modern missiles and tracking systems. The very tactics that made the Warthog legendary are now liabilities. The Air Force's strategic focus has shifted to the Pacific, a region defined by vast distances, island chains, and some of the world's most sophisticated air defense networks. Here, the A-10's limited range and lack of survivability make it obsolete. The challenges of this theater demand new capabilities. The Warthog simply lacks the speed, range, and stealth needed for future wars. Modern conflicts require aircraft that can evade detection, strike from afar, and survive in hostile airspace, qualities the A-10 was never designed to possess. Investing billions in a platform unsuited for modern threats no longer made sense. Every dollar spent on maintaining the A-10 is a dollar not spent on developing the next generation of survivable, lethal aircraft. The era of permissive airspace is over. The future belongs to stealth, speed, and standoff weapons. Air forces must adapt or risk irrelevance in the face of rapidly evolving threats. The Warthog, once a brawler in a knife fight, now finds itself outmatched in a world of missile duels and electronic warfare. Its legacy is secure, but its time on the front lines has come to an end. The collapse of the Black Snake program marked a turning point for the U.S. Air Force, signaling the end of an era for one of its most iconic aircraft. This event accelerated the Air Force's plan to retire the A-10 fleet, a move that had been debated for years among military leaders, pilots, and defense analysts. In 2024, dozens of Warthogs made their final flights, heading to the boneyard where retired aircraft are stored, preserved, or scrapped. For many, it was a bittersweet moment, as the A-10 had become a symbol of close air support and battlefield resilience. The Air Force has set its sights on full retirement of the A-10 by 2030, closing a chapter that spanned nearly 5 decades of service. The Air Force's new strategy is not just about retiring old planes, but about transforming its entire approach to air combat and support. The plan is to replace the A-10's specialized role with a mix of advanced, multi-role fighters that can adapt to a wide range of missions. Aircraft like the F-35 and F-16 are now at the forefront, offering greater flexibility, speed, and survivability in modern combat environments. These jets are equipped with cutting-edge sensors, stealth technology, and precision-guided munitions, allowing them to identify and strike targets with unprecedented accuracy. They can deliver close air support from safer distances, reducing risk to pilots while still providing critical firepower to troops on the ground. But the shift isn't just about new hardware or faster jets, it's about integrating advanced technology, data, and communications into every mission. The Air Force is moving toward a networked, multi-mission force, where information flows seamlessly between aircraft, ground forces, and command centers. Recent legislative changes have cleared the way for rapid divestment of older platforms, allowing the Air Force to reallocate resources to next-generation systems and training. As a result, the A-10's once prominent public profile is gradually fading, with fewer aircraft on display and less attention from the media. The Air Force is formally closing the chapter on the Warthog, honoring its legacy while looking ahead to new challenges and opportunities. The focus now is on building a fleet that can meet the threats of the next decade, one that is agile, connected, and ready for the complexities of future warfare. As the age of the specialized attack plane comes to an end, the Air Force is embracing a new era of innovation and adaptability. The A-10's retirement has sparked fierce debate. Supporters argue nothing matches the Warthog's low and slow cannon-wielding support for ground troops. Critics say the F-35 and F-16 can't truly replace the A-10's unique capabilities, especially in low-intensity conflicts. They fear losing a proven flying tank for a jack-of-all-trades fighter leaves troops vulnerable. The Air Force counters that modern precision weapons and multi-role jets are more survivable and flexible. Maintaining a specialized fleet is no longer affordable or practical. The debate boils down to current needs versus future threats, a question with no easy answer. The Warthog's legacy is secure, but its role is ending. The Black Snake Super, A-10's failure, is a lesson in the limits of modernization. Even legends have a lifespan. Bolting new tech onto old airframes isn't always possible. The A-10 couldn't be remade for the high-tech battlefields of the future. Retiring units are shifting to F-35S, F-16S, or even cyber missions. Some A-10S may find new life abroad, in places where their ruggedness still matters. The Air Force is moving to stealth, networking, and long-range precision, leaving the Warthog behind. Whether this leaves a gap in low-intensity conflicts is still debated. The roar of the Warthog's cannon may fade, but its legend as a guardian in the sky endures.